Hi guys, and in today's video I'm doing something a little bit different. Now this doesn't concern miniatures, which is a rarity for my channel as everything concerns miniatures, but about a year ago I got into collecting vinyl, and I'm a huge music fan, and I thought I'd just go over a little bit and show you my vinyl collection. And I'd also like to hear your thoughts. If you collect vinyl yourself, guys, let me know what your favourite records are in your collection. But the reason I did this today is because I just recently got this fantastic Dawn of War triple 12-inch vinyl box set, and I'm a huge fan of the game, and the soundtrack to the game is pretty atmospheric and very sort of brooding. Really nice soundtrack. And then if we just move that out the way, you can see here we've got Rammstein album. A huge fan of Rammstein. Love their music. We've got the new Ozzy Osbourne album. Highly recommend checking this out. If you don't collect vinyl and you stream most of your music through apps like Spotify and Amazon Music, then highly recommend listening to this new album. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, you've got guest vocals on here from Elton John and even Post Malone. I don't know what he's doing teaming up with Ozzy, but you know, very good. The newest Rammstein album that's not got a title to it, I believe, so it's self-titled Rammstein, or not even titled at all, I'm not sure, but this is fantastic. Check Rammstein out, guys. This is a kind gift from a gentleman in the USA called Brian. Lovely guy, and he just bought me this beautiful, gorgeous, let me see if I can pause the video and come back and show you what it looks like inside. That's the artwork inside. As you can see, we've got the Hulk there, we've got Thor, and we've got a big giant whopping wolf, and the front cover works brilliant. Mondo records are amazing. This is a double coloured vinyl, splattered vinyl record, so it's really nice. Then we've got Foo Fighters' Greatest Hits. Huge fan of Foo Fighters. Greatest Hits is just exactly as it states, non-stop hit after hit of great music. Sorry about that, guys, just had to answer the phone. But here we've got, my camera's not picking it up too well, but it's Queen's Greatest Hits Volume 2. What can we say about Queen? Absolute legends. Some of the all-time greatest hits ever from in rock come from Queen. I prefer the Greatest Hits Volume 2 personally. That's controversial because most people will say that they prefer the Greatest Hits Volume 1, which is here, but both are absolutely epic. We've got a very classic from the early 2000s album by Evanescence here, Fallen. Huge fan of Evanescence. This should be on my wife's side of vinyl because my wife collects vinyl, not like I do. She has some vinyl records that she listens to, and I purchase records for her as well for her collection, but she doesn't collect like I do. But that's just some classic 80s pop tunes. Toxicity, System of a Down, again early 2000s, probably about 2004, 2005. Just thinking off the top of my head, I could be wrong there. But who could forget Toxicity? Some of the other classics on this album, we've got Chop Suey, such a tune. Aerials, love Aerials as well. Just pop that back in. Then we've got some 30 Seconds to Mars. Now, there's a lot of people that don't like 30 Seconds to Mars. Girly rock, people call it, but I really like them, so, you know, it's what you like, isn't it, guys? Then we have got Amon Amarth, Berserker. What a badass cover is this. Let's just pop it out and show you if I can. It's really weird lighting today. I've got my light's not picking up. Oh, some of my favourite albums, I always put them in like dust sleeves as well, just to protect them. But huge fan of this album. Again, 2019, one of the albums of the year for me, 2019. This is part of my wife's pile down here, you can see. We've got Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, classic album. Not my favourite type of music, but I can respect it and understand that it is a legendary album. We've got Star Wars, Rogue One, orchestral soundtrack by Michael Glacenio. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. I probably butchered his name, which, you know, I do apologise for. But great. Love orchestral soundtracks every now and again when you're just chilling of an evening and you've got you know, a nice drop of whiskey and you're listening to it. It's just brilliant. Here we've got Slipknot's album, the latest album, We Are Not Your Kind. This is just non-stop metal thumping tunes. I don't think there's a bad song on this whole album. Just a return to form from the Iowa-based Slipknot band there. Probably one of the best albums that they've ever made, in my opinion. One of the top 3 albums from Slipknot. Then we've got another gift from Brian, Guardians of the Galaxy Deluxe Vinyl Edition, which contains the music from the film and also the orchestral soundtrack. And I just love Guardians of the Galaxy. What a fantastic film. Can't wait for number 3. Another Slipknot album. We've got The Grey Chapter. Not one of the best, but still got some good tunes on it nevertheless. We've got another stunning Mondo release. Again, a gift from Brian. The guy's so amazing. He collects vinyl himself, and you can see some beautiful artwork there as well. Love this vinyl. Again, with Mondo, it's a coloured vinyl. In fact, I'm just going to pause it and show you what Mondo's coloured vinyl look like. And here you can see the coloured splattered vinyl from the Deadpool 2 soundtrack. Really enjoyed listening to this soundtrack. Really good. And as I say, the vinyl looks gorgeous. Next we got the Stranger Things soundtrack. Mainly song, in fact pretty much every single song is from the 80s. I'm a huge 80s fan with my wife as well, and just love this album. It's got some cracking tunes on it, and the program itself, I think a lot of you guys would agree, it's one of the best Netflix programs on the platform. Then we've got this Florence and the Machine's album, Lungs, another absolute classic. It's about 10 or 11 years old, this album is, and I love it. It's just fantastic. Florence herself there, beautiful vocals. Here we've got Disturbed's album, and Down with the Sickness, and what can we say? Are you down with the sickness? Yes, I am. I love this album. And not a lot of people like this chap, Ian Brown. Bit of a cocky Mancunian. For people that don't know, he's from Manchester, and he can come across as a bit arrogant, but I love his music, and that's all that matters really. If you like the music, you get the record. We've got some indie anthems. Now, most of my music is sort of like geared towards heavy rock, metal, but I do like indie every now and again. More 80s music, should be on my wife's pile. We've got Nirvana Unplugged. Now, I'm a huge fan of Nirvana. I sometimes think to myself, what if Kurt Cobain never killed himself? But then again, we probably never would have the Foo Fighters. It's a tough one really, but such a tragic loss of such a talent. And the Unplugged album is legendary. This sounds amazing. We have got another 30 Seconds to Mars album, A Beautiful Lie. Love that album. Top 100 album of all time, you could argue, with Pearl Jam's 10. Classic, absolute classic. Then we've got U2. U2 18, the singles. Some fantastic singles on this, sort of like a greatest hits compilation. Huge fan of U2. We have got, I need to get a sleeve for this one because it's so beautiful. One of my favourite games of all time and consoles was the Sega Dreamcast, and the game on it in question is Shenmue, and this is some of the most beautiful orchestral music you'll ever hear from a game soundtrack. I really love that. David Bowie, Legacy. What a loss when, unfortunately, David Bowie passed away some years back, and huge fan of David Bowie's work. I think as a child I got into his music from the film The Labyrinth, which I think a lot of children probably found David Bowie through that film as well. But tremendous musician. Some more sort of like indie music. Stone Roses. Then we've got some punk. I don't listen to much punk, but I do love Green Day. Green Day, great band. Classic album from Papa Roach, Infest. It's heavy metal, but there's a little bit of like a reggae infusion on some of the tracks on this album, which works so well. Sucker Punch, limited edition. To I think 250 records. My friend Simon put me onto this and I had to pick it up. Love the film. The actual vinyl itself is pink bubblegum colour, and yeah, it's really nice. We have got another Amon Amarth album, this time Jomsveld Viking, another limited edition to 200 this time. And it's like a flame coloured splattered vinyl, coloured vinyl. We're slowly getting to the end of the collection now, guys. We've got The Cure, huge fan of The Cure. Red Hot Chili Peppers, and huge fan. We've got, again, one of the top 100 album time, probably top 10 album of all time, in Nirvana's classic Nevermind here, and the cover artwork is very famous indeed. Another Disturbed album, brilliant album. We've got arguably the Prodigy's greatest album, and they have had many classic albums, but Fat of the Land for me is probably the Prodigy's best album, personally. Got some Linkin Park. Love Linkin Park. We've got some Beastie Boys, and very lastly, got some really heavy stuff in Anthrax. That's my collection, guys. This has probably been quite a long video as I've chatted away through it. I've got to stand these back up properly. Let's see if I can do that on camera. Let's do that, stand those up. But yeah, let me know what you think of my vinyl collection, guys. Is there anything that you'd add to my vinyl collection? Is there anything you'd chuck in the bin and say don't have that in your collection? I really hope you like this video, guys. I know it's not like my usual videos, but I'm so passionate about music and vinyl collecting. I just wanted to share it with you. So falling down, I'm gonna have to straighten those up properly in a moment, but yeah, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.